Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about a certain situation that I had with American Express. Now, this story is going to teach you guys a pretty valuable lesson when it comes to negotiating with a lot of customer support reps inside the credit industry. So I suggest you guys stay around. So we've talked a lot on this channel about American Express offers. If you guys don't know what that is, basically on American Express's website, you can sign up for something called American Express offers. This gives you benefits such as discounted rates at certain restaurants, certain car rentals, or even promotions at hotels. Say you stay at the Hilton, they're gonna give you like 10,000 more membership reward points. What you have to do for this is literally log into the website or log into your phone app and then just turn on these offers. So one of the offers that I got was actually with Allen Edmonds. Now, if you guys don't know what Allen Edmonds is, it's like a premium dress shoe brand for men's. And if you guys are watching this video, most likely you know what Allen Edmonds are. Now, I've been trying to get a pair for a while. They do sell them on eBay and they do have like secondhand stores, but I really wanted a brand new one, but I couldn't justify myself paying like $400 for some shoes. But in this instance, American Express actually came out with an offer where if you spent $300 plus, they would give you $90 back. Now, Allen Edmonds actually right now is having like a huge sale. So for the entire month of April, they're actually having a promotion where some of their nicest shoes are on sale. Now, some of their shoes go from $400 to $500, and I've even seen some pairs for $600 on their website. But like I said, you guys, this is a luxury brand and it is up there when it comes to dress shoes. I actually filled up my cart with $300 worth of stuff. I then found a discount code to bring it down to 15%. So eventually I got a ton of stuff and my shoes were already on sale for $295. So I got a lot of things on discount. But what I did was I went online onto my American Express Gold card. I turned on the offer and I built my cart up to $320. So when I paid for my shoe online, I was able to get a $90 statement credit back. Or so that's what I thought. So when I did this transaction, I basically did it on the 27th of March. And this membership reward offer for American Express actually expired on April 1st. So I made sure to actually use this credit a few days prior. Now, what most merchants do is actually process your payment. Allen Edmonds did something different. They actually processed my payment in different bulks. So on my credit card, I would wake up one day and have like 6 charges. And then on the next day, I would have like 6 more charges. And then like 2 weeks later, I finally got hit with the actual charge of the shoes. Now, I'm not sure exactly why they did that. Most companies I know will process it one time in full. My idea is that they have different warehouses and until they actually ship out the item, they're not going to process your payment. But that kind of gave me a little bit of headache because my American Express offers actually expired when they started putting all these purchases on different dates. I actually called American Express and asked them, hey, like, is my $90 still gonna come in? Because I did spend $320 before the American Express offer deadline, and I have a receipt of it. I literally paid $320 that day, and what the American Express rep first told me was, oh yeah, we definitely got you. Like, we'll have you covered. We're gonna add this to our list. Just give us a call back and then we'll figure out what we can do. So after that, I was like, all right, that's cool. So a few days later, I called them back. I got a different rep and this rep was from India and he was basically telling me, yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. American Express offers, this happens quite a bit where people put a payment in and then it processes and it goes over the deadline, so there's nothing we can do about that. And I was like, are you sure about that? Because I was just told that I could do something with this and that I would actually get the refund back. And he's like, no, there's nothing we can do. And I was like, all right. In my mind, I'm thinking like something isn't right. So what I actually ended up doing was I told him, look, I want to talk to someone else. Do you have like a higher rep? And he's like, yeah, I'll talk to him for you. He puts me on hold for 10 minutes and he comes back and he's like, unfortunately, yeah, there's nothing we can do. So you guys know me, I'm not out here trying to take L's. I literally paid for these shoes the day before the deadline, and I don't think a big credit card company should put the liability on the customer when they do everything right. In this instance, the merchant, which was Allen Edmonds, they processed it a little bit later than I even expected. Now this time when I actually called the third rep, I was told, Brian, you're 100% good. We'll take care of you. I'm gonna actually add a note to your account. Call this specific number back and then give them the receipt that you got online proving that you bought it before the deadline date, and we're gonna have this sorted out. Just call us back in 4 more days. Now, I was pretty happy with that answer, but I wasn't necessarily satisfied, because if I got another bad rep, then that means then they could tell me like, yeah, it's not gonna happen again. So I took my chance and I said, look, just give me a phone number. And she was like, we don't have one. I was like, all right, that's fine. She ended up calling me back, providing me with a phone number. And then today, actually, about a few hours ago, I went ahead and called that phone number. I got a really awesome rep. She was from India as well. This time she was really good. And she told me, look, Brian, I'm gonna have this charge, make sure it goes through. Just send us a picture of the receipt over to this email address. And that's what I did. So right now I'm waiting for it, but I'm pretty certain that the $90 statement is gonna come through, because she was pretty confident with it. One of the lessons that I wanted to share though with this story was, hold up, ugly boy Jungy. So I want to share one thing with you guys. Basically, on my Ebates account, I was actually able to save $7.04 on my purchase. Now that's free cash back, you guys. And if you guys are looking to save extra money, this is one of the best things you guys can do when you do online shopping. So if you use the referral link down in the description below, you'll get an extra $10. I'll get an extra $25. I'll be transparent about that. Helps out the channel, but it also helps you guys out. I've been able to make a ton of bread actually using Ebates. So I don't want you guys to miss out on these deals. Make sure you guys sign up and buy something if you have not yet already. Now back to the video. American Express sometimes operates in a gray area. That means there aren't really solidified rules that everyone takes into account. If you give the first rep or the second rep or even the third rep a bad time and they're all different people, then you're gonna come out maybe with 3 different answers. Now, what I realized too is like the time of day when you call someone is really impactful on the solution that you're gonna get. Now, what that means is if you call someone right after lunch, or if you call someone right before they're about to head off of their shift, most of the time you're not going to get a rep that's as good as if you call them, during the morning of the day. They're hyped up, they got some coffee in them, they're in a good mood. And what I've noticed is when I call them earlier in the morning or early in the day, when they don't have that many people on the phone and they're not that busy, then I really get a good rep and I usually get a good experience as well. But in another instance, when I first got my gold card, I was told by a chat rep, yeah, your fee is waived the first year. We totally got you. And I made a video on that, and it was one of my first YouTube videos. So if you guys want to watch that, I'll put that right here after this video. But basically in that video, I was literally told like, yo, we got you, your annual fee is waived. And I was recording live and I just wanted to verify. It was supposed to be like a 3 to 5 minute video, just me verifying with the audience, like, look, I got it waived, this is how you do it, just ask them. And it turned out live on camera that they weren't actually trying to waive my fee. What ended up actually happening was the first rep mistold me. I called another rep and she told me they're gonna start a case, and then I called the third time and they told me they put some punishment on the first girl. And I was like, look, that's not what I wanted. I just wanted my annual fee waived. If you guys told me one thing, then I expect a company like you to follow up with that. And the comments are absolutely hilarious on that. People are like, how are you this cheap to get a $250 annual fee? This. Guys, it's not about the annual fee. Most people can afford a $250 a year annual fee. It's not $250 a month. The whole issue with that was I was told by American Express one thing, but then I was told another thing, and I just wanted clarification on what it was, because if a customer is getting misrepresented, then there needs to be some sort of compensation, in my opinion, just for all that has. But the whole point of this is, don't take one thing for an answer when you could get someone else to help you out. And I really didn't want to miss out on a free 90 bucks that I was supposed to get anyways. So what I did instead was I just called them and said, hey, this is a situation, can you help me out? And when I got a different rep, they gave me a different answer. Now this is going to apply to if you're trying to get your card expedited. That is something they can completely do. I wouldn't take the L on that if they say we can't, because they definitely can. Just depends on which rep that you have. Now there are other things that are like literally set straight in stone, like annual fees. Most of the time they're not gonna be able to do it unless they give you a reconsideration offer, but I wouldn't do that either, because if you're really trying to save like $100 on your annual fee, you're gonna get a disadvantage of actually having a reduced credit limit and just a mark on your account. I really wouldn't go that way, and I don't really recommend to a lot of people trying to reduce their annual fee because of that reason. There's another guy on Instagram, Stephen Liao, that talks about how he can waive annual fees, and I feel like it looks cool on paper, and if I'm trying to sell something to my audience, then hell yeah, I'm gonna market that and say, yeah, I can get you guys to waive your annual fee. But in the long term for my subscribers, in the long term for my audience, I wouldn't really recommend that, because once that mark is on your account that you got your annual fee waived because of this reason, it's not really a good look. And the way they actually promote that service, if you guys didn't know, is that they make you go through a credit card act that came out around in like 2003. And basically this just tells you, look, I need to move my balance from here to here, and you just put a lot of spend on that card, and legally they're not supposed to do that. But that method really isn't worth the money that you save in the long term, because we're trying to build a relationship with these credit card companies and these banks. We're not trying to play against them and go through all these rules. I mean, there's a lot of people who do that and who are successful with that, but for most of the people that actually watch my videos and are in like the 80% of that population, it's not really the way I would recommend you to go, because it's a lot of work, it's a lot of research, and unless you're putting in a lot of money into investing into finding out all about these loopholes, then I really would advise against it, and just to do it basically, you know, basic manufacturer spend, knowing, you know, the airline gift card hacks, knowing status matches, and even just from doing that, you guys are gonna save tens of thousands of dollars throughout your lifetime. So that's my little spiel, that's my little story. I hope you guys are able to get something valuable from it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Also, subscribe if you haven't, you guys. 60% of you guys don't subscribe. I don't know why. I'm like putting out tons of value. Come on, you guys. So make sure you guys do that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Beep. What I recommend you guys to be, beep. I usually get a good rep, and I usually get a good experience as well. I usually get a good rep, and I usually get a good experience as well. Beep. That used to work a lot back in the day, but like I said, it's not good for a long term. It's not really worth the money.